We went to PhotoChem in Burbank, California, the only motion picture film lab in the world that still produces 70mm prints. We watched Nolan and the staff put finishing touches on the Odyssey. Ron Juarez, a negative assembly technician, gave us a demonstration.
Yeah, Ron, could you show us some splicing here?
So every time a scene changes, which can be dozens and dozens in a minute, that scene change was cut by hand.
Yes, so they're cut in another room. These are 2 pieces of negative now that he's going to splice together for us. And every cut in the film, and there are thousands of cuts in the film, is done this way, by hand. Makes me nervous just watching him.
Look at the splicing machine.
Yeah.
It looks like it was made in the 1940s.
It probably was.
Glue.
There's the glue. Yep.
In this digital universe, it's incredible to see an artist with a glue pot sticking this negative together.
And there it is.
Oh, nice. Very clean.
It takes incredible skill. It's a really marvelous thing to see. Yeah, in this age of digitization, AI, all the rest, this is a human process, an analog process. This strip of film, that's the highest quality imaging format that's ever been devised. There's nothing that competes with it. It's a massive negative, which, when correctly exposed, correctly printed, and projected onto a huge screen, there's an image quality there that you can't get anywhere else. Incredible sharpness, very little visible grain.
The film is then color corrected using filters and test prints from the negative. Lance Spindler is a lab color timer at PhotoChem.
And you do the color correct here.
Yes.
How does that work?
So what we do is we initially do the coloring on an analyzer to get us closest to what Chris eventually wants. Then we come here and with the print that we just made, and we fine tune it with our filters. For example, we have a cyan filter. We have all 6. We have the primary colors and we have the secondary colors. So I will set these on here and it adjusts for our look on the frames. So this one you can tell is less red than over here. And that would indicate how I adjust my timing lights accordingly to achieve what he wants.
And this is the old-fashioned way.
This is the old-fashioned way. Yeah.
But most any other film would do this on a computer.
Yeah, the standard practice is to do this on a computer. We've never done that. We've stuck to the photochemical timing so that we can get the full benefit of all the information that's stored on the original negative. So it has analog color, which means infinite gradations of color. It's not broken into a series of numbers. What you get is the benefit of the closest sort of technological analog that's ever been created for how the eye sees. So film sees very much the way the eye sees. And particularly the way it sees color, the way it sees grays and blacks and whites and everything. It's a really good way of approximating the way our eyes sees.
The color corrections are then applied to the final prints.
Slit in there where the different colored lights expose across the frame as it rolls across. Each shot in the film, the ins and outs of that are programmed. So the valves change, those lights change as it just did as the film goes across.
After going through a chemical bath, the prints are dried.
These are prints.
Yeah, these are the final release prints.
Probably not the entire film, or is it?
It does it one reel at a time. And they're probably running most of the reels of the film. And then once everything's signed off on, they just start making all the prints, reel by reel.